Hello Libras and welcome to your November 2025 reading. This month of November is the beautiful Scorpio season. So of course we're going to have a new moon in Scorpio at the end of the month around the 20th. And at the beginning of the month here on the 6th, we have the full moon in Taurus. So for 6 months, this moon has been building up to show you everything that has to do with Taurus. So Taurus usually rules the house of value and worth, where we ground ourselves, where we decide what we want to invest in, how we're going to be able to grow and so on, ruled by Venus. Everything that is around that aspect, the moon is going to shine truths about it when you're receptive, of course. And on the other side, Scorpio is all about stability, security, my worth, where I'm planted and where I'm growing. And the other one is all about what I'm transforming, what I'm letting die, what I'm transcending, what I'm exchanging. So this polarity at this time of year is perfect to try and get the balance between the two. What should I continue to ground and what is needed to release, let go, transform, transcend? And so a bit like, at this time of year, like I was saying, of course, in the Northern Hemisphere, what I was saying in the other signs, but anyway, we've just gathered our fruits, vegetables, and grains and everything, and from that we are going to decipher the grains we keep that we're going to reinvest and the ones that we are going to release, consume, and so exchange and so on. So it's the digestive process when it comes to things we've lived, experiences. Based on this, we keep the wisdom, we evacuate the rest, we grow from it, we transcend from it. Same if it would be the grains, we take the vitamins, we grow from it, we evacuate the rest, we transcend it. So this is our digestion period. And so on this, knowing this, understanding this, we are going to look what Tarot wants to tell you about for this season. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give Libras. I had a little blank there. Libras, a reading for the month of November 2025. Libras. Okay, so Spirit, give me 3 cards for Libra. What do they need to know for their best path for the month of November? All right, we have the Hermit and we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. This is, you're coming in the month knowing where you're going. That in a sense, the Hermit is allowing us to use our intuition and our wisdom, our feminine and our masculine, into guiding us into unknown territory or movement forward, but it's using the discernment. That's why it's very Virgoian card. But there you are as the Hermit. Yes, this feels good. Yes, I'm following this. Probably releasing old illusions and projections. And this is Venus in Scorpio. We're in Scorpio season. So that tells me that you've already started cleaning what could deter you, give you illusions, projections, and already starting, Libra, to use your guidance of wisdom and intuition. Intuition is always going to be scared when we hold on to imprints of trauma, because you're going to project it and see it all the time. It won't give you a perfect image. It's going to be skewed with these glasses, with these vibrations, because the potential of everything is in everything. And so if I have a trauma on abandonment, I'm going to be able to read the possible abandonment everywhere. And at the same time, the yearning of being part of being chosen, of being all of that, I'm going to be able to perceive it everywhere, because I'm going to mix the yearning with the true possibility. That is Seven of Cups. And so, of course, it will influence my intuition, because the intuition is more like being able to read vibrations. But we read it, like the old images of oracles in the past. You had this lady, receptive aspect, in front of a bowl of water, reading the bowl of water. Water is the receptive element of frequencies and vibrations. And then you can read, from sacral chakra to the third eye. Then you can put an image on it. Your left brain can put it in English. But it is that receptivity. But if in that water there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been processed, you're just going to see projections. Okay? Doesn't mean they're wrong, but they're limited to what you can perceive, believe. Okay. I went there. Somebody must have needed to understand that. All right. Let's see. Let's continue. So you come in as the Hermit, and the projections are coming down. Page of Wands. You're bringing your energy. You're starting something new in a completely different way. That's why it's the page. I have the Tower in reverse. So some structure within yourself is going to deconstruct, allowing you the lightness. Because you see, you go from, yes, I'm using my wisdom and, my discernment one step at a time, to I'm super excited about it and it feels light. It feels energetic. I'm passionate about it. So there's this liberation that just happened. And it happened due to, so I flipped it, and right behind there's the sun. That deconstruction actually allows the sun to come, the excitement, I'm rising above it here. I'm following my aspiration, my passion. All right. Bottom of the deck, Page of Sword. Thinking in a new way, having a new information. And here I have the Star. And you are probably going to release what was putting you in your head, anxiety, things like that. What should I do? How should I process and all of that? But here we have the major arcana. We have two major arcanas here. I walk with cautiousness and wisdom, and I arrive to the point where I'm aligned with what is truly my vibration, who I am truly. This is when we receive gifts from the universe. Why? Because they can actually now match our own vibration, because what was stirring us away from. See, when you're in anxiety, you cannot be receptive at the same time. So if you're flushing the old waters because at that moment of fate you remember who you are, of course you're receiving things. So let's clarify this, my beautiful Libras. So for the clarification, I am using the Crow Tarot. Here you have a beautiful Three of Swords, because it's just called Crow Tarot if you want to have it, because it's November, and I think crows are our beautiful messengers, and it's fitting for this month. So, all right, let's clarify this. Okay, so let's look at the Hermit. Hermit for Libra. Ooh, there it is. What do we have? We have the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, this is when things start, we start dancing with the universe. We make a move, the universe makes a move. And there we're like, yeah, that feels good. I'm continuing. So this is what you're doing, but it's also your advice to continue to do that, because whatever you're doing, you're participating with life and you're letting the universe, God, name it like you want, spirit, dance with you. Queen of Wands. Because it's aligning with what you truly desire. Page of Wands. Look at that fire and that energy. So the Page of Wands arrived because of that reverse tower. So let's see. Things start moving, and then we have the Ten of Swords. Oh, that's what the tower is going to be about. Now I see, because see, I had a bit leftover illusions there. But the Ten of Swords, this is the moment that I realize the beliefs, the words I bought, how I procrastinated, betrayed myself, got betrayed based on those beliefs. At the Ten of Swords, we are conscious of all those swords within ourselves. This is when the dawn can rise again. Six of Cups. We're connecting to our heart. Letting the beliefs that hurt us in the past, that were giving us these imprinted in our waters, crystallized traumas, we're releasing them, getting into our heart. Six of Cups. This is what I love. This is where we're the most receptive, in the Six of Cups. Unconditionally receptive to who we are. Star. You're reconnecting to your heart. And that's why then the universe can send you something that is really fit, that really fits with you. That's the power of authenticity. The authenticity of your true self. Not the wounded self, but the eternal self that had thousands of lives. That remembers that it is a soul having a human experience among many different experiences. And that's why, been there, done that, I understand it, I keep the wisdom of it, I flush the rest. I flush the emotional impact of my story, so that I can always be receptive to what is truly aligned with me. That's the power of authenticity. It determines the quality of what I'm able to receive. Okay, Star. So I'm happy to see the Ten of Swords there, because that means that Nine of Swords and that Eight of Swords is really in the past. And here we have the Magician. So the Star and the Magician. It's a great empowerment step up. I'm aligned with who I truly am, And I know that I am master of my beliefs. I am master of my willpower. I am master of my emotions and the imprints I leave in. And I am master, therefore, of my matrix. Six of Cups, again, in harmony in my heart. Libra, this is beautiful. It's an amazing mastery. I'm going to call this mastery. Wow, wish I was Libra this month. On this, my beautiful Libras, I'm sending you all my love and light for the month of November. If ever you want a reading, a private reading, you go on mysticwitchtarot.com, and there you'll have access to all sorts of different readings. You'll have access to the tarot course, the tarot book, the tarot whatever. And thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please subscribe to help grow the channel. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. On this, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.